So earlier this week, Tanner and I got together, we put out mineral sites, we put out cameras, we did all sorts of stuff, and we filmed about 2 hours worth of stuff, and the SD card broke. Literally, it's cracked in half, and the footage is gone. So it was kind of a waste. But today I'm headed about an hour south of here to our place called Pachuta. I'm gonna put out some minerals, cameras, fill some feeders up, all that sort of stuff, and kind of look at this place. Very thick, very good bedding, everything that you would want on your property. But the only bad thing about it is that as far as the deer numbers, they don't even hardly pick up there until November. It's a winter place. And the thing about that is, when they move in there, you don't want to go in there and put your trail cameras in all up in the trails, because I am a trail camera on trails type of guy. I like to have my cameras on trails way more than I do feed. So I can't really go in there. I mean, I guess I could, but I'm taking a huge risk bumping deer out, and you may bump that one buck that's passing through that you may need him there for 5 days. That may be your window to kill him, and you go in there and bump him. But with these multi cameras, you can have an option of a $8.99 package. 1,000 pictures on a trail. That's gonna last you a long time. You're gonna get your $8 worth 100%. So you can go in there right now. You can put these cameras in the bedding area. You can go in there and find all the existing trails and places that you were looking for in the wintertime when you don't want to go in there, and you can put these cameras up. And you don't have to worry about bumping deer. You don't have to worry about scaring deer. And deer have about 6 months to get used to seeing a camera on a trail line. And these cameras will literally last over a year on trail. I've had cameras out for 2 years and I've never changed the batteries in these multries. So that's what we're doing today. We're just gonna go down there and get started on all that, and I hope make the journey south. Co-ops, and they may be like this all over the world, but this is a drive-through co-op in Newton County, Mississippi. Newton County Farm Supply. It's a pretty neat place. You just drive in, tell them what you want, they'll load it up, you pay and go. Pretty neat. Drive-in corn dispenser. I like it. That is it. Yes, sir, baby. All right. Well, we got gas started. And we are just about here. We're about 2 miles from the place right now. Have to come over here to a little quick stop, get me some fuel for me and for the truck. And I actually been thinking about it on the way up here. I may do a little bit of door knocking. I've never done any door knocking in this area, but it is a good area for it. It just is. So when I get done putting these minerals and cameras and all that stuff up, I got one extra camera in here, and I think that may be what the late evening mission may be. So it's 3 o'clock right now, so after about 5, maybe some people will be getting home from work and we can scratch something up. It don't take but 1 or 2 pieces of property, and it don't take much to find the right deer. So we're gonna see. Like my door handle? Real nice. All right, well, we're just gonna dive into it. I had a really good buck here this past year. Old deer, probably 7.5 years old. He actually went downhill this year compared to last year. And I put a camera right here up here on this tree. The day before I put the camera up, I was in this tree right back here. And he come right down this road, and he come all the way to 25 yards and smelled a rat, and kind of just turned and went off. So I put this camera on this tree right here the next day, and he come out of this trail right here at like 3:45 in the afternoon. So I didn't spook him too bad, and I waited for the wind to get right. I came back probably 3 days later, and I shot him 45 yards, hit him in the shoulder, thought I killed him. But 6 days later, I got a picture of him running, or requested, it was a video of him running a doe. So he was okay. I've got pictures of him since he shed his horns, actually here at this feeder. So I know he's alive, I know he's here. We're hoping that he'll be back this year. He's been here for 2 years, so I'm gonna have hope that he's not gonna be too bad far. And maybe we'll get to close the story on him. That's the main goal here. There's some deer that are coming up that are gonna be phenomenal deer, but we have not made it to them yet. We're focused on the one that we got the story with. So I'm gonna ease down in this holler, see if I can't find some fresh sign and get some of this area that I can't really access early in the year or later in the year. So look at this trail coming down this road. we ain't a fan of pigs. And there was a group here this past fall, and I literally watched them from this big all the way to full-grown pigs. Never got the opportunity to shoot one. They better not start playing that this summer, because we'll make some night missions to come out here and shoot one of them. I can't just let them sit there and eat feed. Live life, little life on the prairie out here in Pachuta. Probably never get a glimpse of them, but if you look down through those trees, there's my pigs. They were bedded right up here on this ridge side. Look at this. Talking about pigs. Look at that. Destroyed. Yeah, it won't be long. We'll be driving back down here to shoot those pigs off that feeder. I can tell you right now. More pigs. This is not good. Not a fearful thing, but an aggravating thing to drive this far and do all that. To know that's what's gonna consume corn. Alright, I know there's a lot of pigs in here, but there's a trail that goes there, it goes up that way, and this way. It's a lot of splitting, a lot of different directions. It's just a good spot to try a camera. Put it here, because this is not, I mean, obviously there's a lot of pigs on here, a lot of pig tracks in that trail, but those pigs did not just make this trail overnight. This is an established trail going 4 different directions, and there's a lot of deer on this place. And we're in a thicket, but at the same time, there's a lot of little branches and stuff out through here that have just little open sections where just like an early season deer could get in, stay cool, have water, food, everything he needs. And I've got trees right here that are almost perfect to put a camera up high, get out of the way. So I'm gonna stick one camera right here and we'll just see what comes from it. All right, well, we've got this one hung up, I got it angled down. I've got to clear some stuff where I don't get 20 gazillion pictures of these limbs and leaves and sticks and grass, but this will be a good spot. There's a lot of trails, a lot of sign on this piece of property, but like the most X marks the spot highway crossing spot I found so far is right here. So this could be good. This could be an early start. This could be something that even if it doesn't take effect right now, come November, when I don't want to walk in here, I don't want to make no ruckus or leave any scent. This may be telling me when a deer's on the way. This may be telling me when a deer's leaving this area. This may be telling when he's coming in the area. There's a lot of different things that this spot could do. And that's why we're in here today. This log, half rotten. Probably gonna go riding it all the way to the bottom. And there ain't no limb to grab because it's all briars. I don't want to drop my key either. My key's a screwdriver. It's in my pocket for some reason. I don't know why. I forgot to take it out, but I was hoping when I got down here that this end of this would open up and then I could walk in these open woods, and it may. Man, it's freaking thick. Alright, so we're gonna put this mineral site right here. We're probably 150 yards away from that feeder. We're actually still on this road. When we're walking in, I think I showed a clip of this road walking in. There's one of those cross sections here. So where I'm at is kind of like an old, well, as you can tell, this is still an old bush hog road, but to the left right here it was one as well. But it's like they just forgot it and it just grew up. But it's a cross section here. And I'm gonna dig a hole, put some mineral in the ground. And hopefully, if we don't get him at the corn, or if we run out of corn because the hogs sit here and just indulge themselves with it, we'll at least have a mineral site here till we can get back down here, because it's an hour or so drive down here. So, start digging, I guess. Alright, well, we've got it dug about this deep. It's probably 3 foot by 2 foot. And got some salt poured all in it, mixed it all up. And it may not be over right now, but over time, that will become a mineral lick or a salt lick for these deer. And that could last a long time. That little bit of effort right there can make an attractant that goes for years. Alright, so we got the camera set up. I've got all the limbs and stuff kind of cleared out of the way. So I'm gonna pick up all this stuff. We gotta put batteries in one more camera up there at that feeder. And then other than that, we're headed back to Sky County. Good job, Tanner. There you go, brother. There you go, tie that thing up. There you go, son. Nobody can't get no battery packs out of your camera. Okay, so I got to see a lot of that property that I have not seen since the first day that I stepped foot on it. So it was good to get a view of that place, an actual field, be able to walk over it, understand, knowing kind of where the deer come from, where the deer bed, that type of thing. So I was a little bit more prepared and understanding what I was going into than I was 2 years ago going in there blind. I got 3 cameras up, one on a feeder, one on a mineral site, and one on just a X crossing, just deer tracks and pig tracks everywhere right there. Like I said, there's a lot of pig sign in there, but those trails were not made overnight. So we got a lot of rain this past week, and there was a lot of tracks all over the place. So that is a good sign that there's some deer still hanging in there. The first summer that I had it, deer kind of backed out of there once the season was up. But I kept feed out this year, and I mean, I had bucks in there. Actually, the buck that I shot back in December, I've had him in there since he had lost his horns. My camera's been dead for a month, but I just got all that started back rolling, and I'm excited to see what's still there. We may just have a pig problem right now. We may have to slip in here one night with a thermal and take a few of them out. If I'd have had a shotgun with buckshot, I could have probably shot 3 or 4 of them running through the woods. Just kind of sprayed them out of there, let them run off somewhere. But I'm excited to see. I got another spot I'm gonna do when I get home here in just a little bit, and then that's gonna be it for the day. It wasn't a very long day, but it was a lot of briars, a lot of walking, and I had shorts on, and my legs are tore all to pieces. So I ain't gonna call it quits here pretty soon.